Hello everyone, this is JJ and I'm bringing you a StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty replay. This is one of my own games. It's actually the first game that I've ever cast, let alone pro games. And it's the first game I've played in a really long time. Down in the bottom right corner, this is the red Zerg. It's SumTang, that is my StarCraft 2 handle, feel free to add me. And my opponent in the upper left hand corner is Mazakala. And he is, of course, the blue Zerg. So yeah, the game's getting started here. First thing I noticed, and I wasn't too sure how to feel about this game. I remember being really nervous at the time. I hadn't played StarCraft in ages, so to jump back on the ladder, as most of you may know, you get a little bit anxious, a little bit scared of what's going to happen. You don't really know who you're up against, and I guess just the way that Blizzard has this set up is they pitch you against someone who's not really good if you haven't played in a while to make you feel like you don't suck as much. Now, I was pretty nervous. I think I even screwed up my build order here. I think I went all the way up to 10 drones before building an Overlord. And said, what the hell, I might as well 10 pool. It's ZvZ, and 10 pool used to be a viable strategy when I used to ladder a little bit more. But another thing I know about ZvZ is that your Overlord placement should be pretty liberal, and judging by the placement of my opponent here, I'm probably playing a complete scrub. We're having a little bit of banter here, letting him know that I haven't played in a little while. I don't think he understands what NASL Season 3 even is, because, well, he's a noob. And that's fine, because you know what? I'm glad I didn't get face stomped my first time around. Well, you'll see that up ahead. I did get a little bit freaked out though, coming against, I see a couple Zerglings running down my way, my first Overlord's headed up there, I'm like, oh man, this guy's going to put on a lot of pressure, he knows I haven't played in a while, I'm getting all freaked out, but I don't think I overreact too badly. Pretty standard so far, pool first. I like expanding, and this is actually, I think, the first time I've even played on Ohana, but I've watched a lot of games on it, so I'm pretty familiar with the way the map plays out. I know I have to be pretty defensive here, and it's funny watching your games, watching your replays, and after watching so many pro games, you sort of think, okay, obviously he's going to pull like 5 or 6 drones to help defend against those Zerglings, but there I'm not doing that, so I guess in casting these games, watching replays will be beneficial to my play as well, and I hope that you guys can learn something from it too. Mazakala is heading down here with a few more Zerglings. Of course, he runs right past mine, and I barely watched the minimap, so I didn't even notice him coming in. I might have caught sight of it with my Overlord. We'll see what I choose to do here. A bunch of larvae just popped, and I guess they're all, looks like they're all Zerglings here. Also, I'm getting a spine crawler because I feel like he's going to be a lot more aggressive. Trying to save my queen, get her away, and looks like we're going to hold that off just fine. She's close. No, she's good. And he apparently has absolutely... Oh, there's a rally point right in front of his hatchery. It's almost pointless. And if he's going to put on that much pressure and just make so many Zerglings, like, what is he doing, man? This guy must be like the pits of the Bronze League. I feel embarrassed even casting this game, knowing that I felt pressured playing against him. But finally, after the initial pressure is sort of held and I feel a little more comfortable, I have a bunch of Zerglings alive. I have map control along with these Zelnaga watchtowers. I guess I caught sight of all these Zerglings because I do have my Overlord placed in a proper position for a ZvZ, so I start running my units back home. I have speed coming, and it feels like this game is moving really slowly, and that's way too fast, so I'm going to go back to the proper pace. So he's pressuring my expansion. Obviously I see that that's going to go down, but I'm going to let him deal as much damage as he wants to it, and definitely cancel it in time. I'm doing that so that he's attacking the expansion instead of my Zerglings all against one another, so I was able to deal with his Zerglings first, the ones that were not attacking my expansion, letting my expansion sort of tank that damage, and then when it was going to die, I cancel it, and then I'm able to get rid of or dispatch the rest of his Zerglings with what's left of mine. Morphed in a couple of banelings immediately after. That's a good little trick too, in case you're unaware. If your units are low in health, pretty much any morphing ability, whether you're morphing a Overlord to an Overseer, a Zergling to a Baneling, Hydralisk to a Lurker, just kidding. Any one of those morphs will restore the health points of your unit, so that's kind of nice. I do perform a little run by here. I don't think I've seen his base in a little while. I'm too afraid to put my Overlords in there. And when I do run in here, I realize he's just now getting a Roach War in. The scrub only has 2 guys on gas too. He doesn't even have speed research, like, so I guess this was kind of inevitable for this poor guy. You know, I do appreciate going against sort of a weaker opponent. In my first match back, I felt a little more confident after playing this, and I can assure you immediately after this game, I got my face stomped by a Protoss who knew what he was doing. He was at the top of the Bronze League, so yeah, these guys know how to play. And yeah, I think we're pretty well done here. Yeah, you see here I'm asking where are all your drones, because even before my Banelings ran in, I'm not trying to be like totally bad-mannered here, being like, oh, where are all your drones, bro? You got any drones? Do you even morph drones? And even when I ask him, he's not building more drones. In fact, he has larva free. I guess he doesn't have the money to build it anyway, but actually, oh, that's me. I'm building a spire here. So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because it's kind of dragging on. Yeah, spire's coming up. Nothing too fascinating happening here. It looks like is he taking an expansion? He wanted to take his third base, or rather his second base in the third position, but I did have a Zergling here ready to deny that. Another good trick is to burrow a Zergling right in between here. He says, you're still mad I beat you. I have no idea what he's talking about. But of course I agree with him anyway, because he's probably nuts and you don't want to anger psychotic people. I never claimed anything. Just can't take an I. Just can't take an L? Just can't take an L. Yeah, he might actually have some sort of mental deficiency. You know what? I'm just going to speed through here. Send my mutas up, and let's finish this off. I think you see where this is going. The Queen is his only form of aerial defense. I know in Heart of the Swarm, we'll be able to put down spore crawlers without needing an evolution chamber, and that's going to be very handy for defending any sort of rushed Mutalisk play. Or any air play. I guess when you're playing against any team that goes air really quickly, especially the new Protoss Air Forces, people are freaking out about those, saying they're way overpowered. But even with all these units, like, he should be making something happen right now. If he has them, I get he wants to be defensive. Maybe he feels like he's behind. Maybe he's not thinking about too much at all, really. But you know, when the mutas show up, it's pretty much GG. His ground army is fine, it takes care of my Zerglings, but as long as I sort of kite them around a little bit and I don't feel too intimidated, I can send in my mutas and call it a day. Like I said, this is the first StarCraft cast that I've actually performed. I appreciate you guys stopping by and listening in on it. I'll try to get some more out, and I'd appreciate any feedback that you guys have. This game was played and cast right before Heart of the Swarm came out. I think Heart of the Swarm's coming out in less than a month now. So that's pretty exciting. I just thought I might get in on this, because I figure when that game comes out, nobody is going to be playing Wings of Liberty anymore. I mean, maybe the diehard fans, like, but even them, like, the diehard fans are playing Brood War. Anyone who's playing Wings of Liberty instead of Heart of the Swarm is just, I don't know, some sort of purist who disagrees with the changes that are happening. But I mean, come on, everyone's going to be playing it. All the tournaments are going to be playing Heart of the Swarm. I don't think a lot of people will be playing Wings of Liberty anymore anyway. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the watch, the views. I'll see you guys next time. This is JJ, aka SumTang. Peace.